We are gathering here today for another video about choosing the best lipstick shade. There is already one video on my channel in which I shared examples of the best shades for each of the 12 color seasons in color analysis. But what if you don't know your color season, or even if you know it, in that video you didn't find your perfect lipstick shades? Because in my YouTube videos I talk to many people at once, so that's why I chose colors from the standard seasonal color palette, when maybe your personal color palette is slightly different. So in today's video we are going to try the trial and error method, but I will show you how to simplify it and find your perfect lipstick quicker. Another thing is that once you found your perfect lipstick shade, it can also help you find other colors that flatter you, either for makeup or for clothing. So I will also talk about that a little bit more. If this is your first time here, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Gosia, a certified personal stylist and color consultant based in London. I'm also employed in the fashion industry. One of the comments I received under my previous video about lipsticks was, I enjoyed this so much, I just wish I knew where to purchase the right lip product color for me. And I know that this is a very common issue, that people can't find the right products in stores, from foundation to colored products like lipsticks or eyeshadows. I struggle with that too. As a person with cool features, it's really difficult to find for me an eyeshadow palette. You know that most of the palettes are in the shades of brown and beige and gold. It's really difficult to find a cool toned eyeshadow palette. But a good news is that lipsticks are the easiest products to find. There is a variety of shades at every price point. To me personally, buying a lipstick is much easier than buying any other makeup product. And because there are so many lipsticks in different shades, they are also the easiest product to use when you're trying to match your other colors for makeup and clothing. To make this video as realistic as possible, I went to websites of some beauty retailers and I took color samples from the lipsticks that they offer. And these are the shades that we are going to use for today's video. So all these lipsticks really exist and are available. How to find all those lipsticks? I would say the easiest way is to go to a multi-brand store. In the UK, these shops would be beauty retailers like Sephora or Space NK, department stores like John Lewis or Selfridges, or shops that are a combination of a pharmacy and beauty store like Boots and Superdrug. And I understand that if someone goes to a store, wants to buy a new lipstick, doesn't know what color they want to buy, this is what we see in stores, and it can be pretty overwhelming. There are so many options, you won't be able to try all of them, but you also don't know where to start. So that's why I want to show you this method, because this way you will be able to choose your perfect lipstick shade much quicker and it won't be as exhausting. In this video, I'm not going to try real lipstick shades on myself. One reason for that is that I don't have a collection of unflattering lipsticks in my house. I have had my color analysis done. I'm also a color consultant myself, so I know what colors suit me and I don't buy products that don't suit me. Like everyone else, I used to buy clothes or makeup products that then I wouldn't use, and I wouldn't know why, because in theory in the store I like the color, or in terms of clothing I like the shape, and then for some reason I still didn't wear it. Now after my color analysis, I know that a lot of that comes from colors. I also remember having dilemma when I liked a piece of clothing that was available in different colors and I wasn't sure what color I should take, so sometimes I would buy 2 or 3 colors and then I wouldn't wear them, or I only would wear one of them. Now I focus on buying only the things that are in my color palette and suit me, and then I know that I will wear them and that they will match with everything else that already is in my wardrobe. If you would like to know your colors, there is a link to my website in the description under this video. You can read more about my services and contact me for a consultation. But going back to the subject of this video, I also think that it wouldn't be beneficial for too many people if I was only showing examples on myself. So I'm going to show you examples of 3 models. But first, to find our perfect lipstick shade, we need to start with some basic theory of color. The first thing to know is that every color has 3 attributes and is either warm or cool, light or dark, and bright or soft. Our own natural features, our eye, skin, hair, lip color, can also be described with these attributes. Overall, my own color attributes are cool, bright, and dark, and so when I'm looking for anything that would suit me, a piece of clothing or a makeup color, I first look at the products that are also in colors that are cool, bright, and dark. No matter what the color is, it's important for this color to have these attributes. So you are in the store, you have all these lipsticks in front of you, you don't know where to start. I'm feeling so overwhelmed looking at this. One advice already, I wouldn't start with a nude lipstick. Even if you are looking for a very subtle color for a nude lipstick, I wouldn't start with that because that's the most difficult to match. I would start with some stronger colors because you can see the difference better. I would start from testing a red and a pink lipstick, and then based on what you found out, I would proceed with looking for a nude lipstick. Let's look at our first model. Unfortunately, I can't ask this person what color they would like to buy, whether they want a pink or a red lipstick, so I will choose for them. From my experience in real life, this person would probably intuitively like red, and people usually know more or less what colors suit them, so let's start with red in this case. And if we try one lipstick, we could say, this looks fine, pay and leave. But to find your perfect lipstick, you need to compare different shades and choose the best. That's how color analysis is done. We don't only choose the best colors by looking at someone and saying, you will look great in blue. We compare different colors to each other to choose the ones that are the best for that person. Do you remember what I said about different color attributes? We will test this attribute first by trying a red color on, that is a warm color, and comparing whether this person looks better in a warm color or a cool color. Cool color in this case will be pink. To really see the difference, it's good to start with colors that are completely different from each other. So that's why I chose two very bright colors. We have a very bright red and a very bright pink. And I don't think that any of them is perfect for this person, but I have impression that red is slightly better. So for now we can assume that probably a warmer color will be a better choice for this person. But another option is that that pink was too cool for that person. So if we already know that she looks pretty good in red, we could try a slightly warmer pink. And I think that this pink looks slightly better on her, but red is still the best option. So we already know that we should test warm colors on her from now on. So we can stick to the red family. Another thing to test is whether this person will look better in a brighter or a softer shade. We can choose two shades of red. We already have one that is very bright, and now we are going to test a softer red. And I think that the softer red looks better on her. Now we can check if she looks better in lighter or darker colors. And I think that this bright looks great on her, but as clothing, I wouldn't choose it for a lipstick. I think on her face it's actually too dark, and it's not a classic choice for a lipstick anyway. So now let's try a slightly darker color. And now let's test a color that is lighter. And I think that the lightest shade is looks very good on her, and it could be used for a natural nude lipstick. But if we are choosing a red lipstick for this person, I think it should be this shade. We tested 7 lipsticks altogether. I don't think that it's a lot. And we have already found 3 flattering lipsticks for her. Now we know that she looks great in warm shades, softer, on a slightly darker side. Based on that, we could find even more flattering lipsticks for her, but I think in real life 3 lipsticks are enough, and probably by this time her lips would be completely dry, so maybe it's better to go home. Now we have another model, another person who would like to buy a new lipstick and doesn't know where to start, so again let's start with pink and red. And we can already see that these colors are quite overpowering. They look too bright on her, but pink overall looks better, so let's follow this lead. Now if we try a slightly softer pink, it looks much better, and I really like this shade on her. This shade is also cooler. That's another indicator. She doesn't look great in red, she looks better in cooler pink than warmer pink, so we should definitely focus on cool lipsticks. But let's test other attributes. Let's see if we should go any softer, since bright colors weren't a good match for her. And now I think, after seeing the second, the softer shade, I think that it looks beautiful on her. It looks better than the previous one. I think that we have a good lead. She will look good in cool and soft lipsticks. But now we have to see if we should choose a lighter or a darker shade. So let's compare a lighter shade to the lipstick that we already found. And now let's check a darker one. And I think that the lighter one looks beautiful. Even a very light lipstick looks pretty on her. It looks so natural. And the darker, the very dark one is too dark, I think. It could be slightly overpowering, so maybe it would be good for an occasion with a stronger makeup. I think that a light pink lipstick is a good shade for everyday makeup, and the darker one could be good for occasion. And in this case, we also tried 7 lipsticks, and we found 3 flattering shades, and another that also could be an option if that person is wearing a stronger makeup. I promised that I would tell you how knowing your perfect lipstick shade would help you find your best colors in general. After trying all these lipsticks, you already have an idea of what could be your color attributes. Of course, it won't be perfectly accurate, but you have an idea. And you also have an idea of what color attributes don't suit you. So, for example, you already know that you look good in cool colors versus warm colors, or light colors versus dark colors. If, let's say, you want to buy a new dress, but you don't know what colors you should look at, you would like something flattering. When you already know that a lipstick that flatters you is fairly light, cool, and in a soft color, you can also start looking for colors that are cool, soft, and fairly light. So no matter what color it is, these are your options. Now all you have to do is test them on yourself, try different dresses on, because there is a high chance that most of these colors, if not all of them, will suit you. Now let's choose a nude lipstick. I will use again the same model. We have already found one nude shade for her. It's warm, soft, and medium dark. And based on that, we can test similar shades. And I think that anything caramel-like could be a good choice. But of all these shades, I really only like the first one, and the other two could be good as a lip gloss, but I don't think they would be a good choice for a lipstick. But we could also look at her natural lip color and choose something similar. She is wearing lip gloss in this photo. It could be tinted, but judging by her complexion, I believe that this color is close to her natural lip color. It's slightly red. So the point to start is to take the lipstick that we already found for her, the red shade, and find something similar but softer, closer to her natural skin color and more subtle. But the color that we are testing now, I think it's too soft, because when you look at her photo with the brighter red sample, it makes her face look really radiant, when in the second photo with the softer lipstick, she looks paler. So probably this color is too soft for her. So in that case, we could try slightly more vivid colors, maybe something like coral, maybe something peachy, but peach, this coral is too bright. So let's try something softer. Yes, and I think that these soft corals, they look really pretty on her. We found another nude lipstick. I also would like to show you some lighter shades, because there are so many nude lipsticks in light shades of pink or even beige. And I think we all remember the most extreme version of that look in the early 2000s. So I would like to show you why pink, that is considered a fairly universal nude lipstick shade, isn't always the best option for everyone. So the thing about nude lipstick is that it should enhance our natural features and harmonize with them. Because if a lipstick clashes with our own natural coloring, it will always stand out, it will always be very visible, so it won't be a nude lipstick. In the case of our model, she has a very warm complexion, soft, and from what we've already seen, she looks good in medium to dark colors. If we use pastel pink, this color doesn't look natural on her. It really clashes with her natural features. If we try this color on the other model, it looks very natural, it looks very pretty on her. But for our first model, it's just not a great nude shade. Another example, I'm actually going to show it on myself. I already know that I'm flattered by cool and bright colors, and I usually choose pink, purple. For nude and lighter shades, I like using lavender and lilac lip products. So we won't discover anything new here. But let's say that with knowing my color palette, I still want to choose a red lipstick. I just want to have a red lipstick. I know that it doesn't flatter me. So of course, again, we need to try different shades. First, I'm going to use a shade that flatters me. That will be my point of reference. And now we are trying to find a red lipstick that will make my face as radiant as the pink lipstick does. Or if it's not possible, we will try to find something as close as possible to that result. So that warm red is too warm for me. I just don't look great in this color. But you can see that if we choose a red shade that is slightly cooler, more like a berry shade, that looks better on me. I know already that there aren't many flattering shades of red for me. When you put more pink into them, they become pink, or if you make them slightly darker and cooler, they turn into purple. So I really don't have a great range of red, and even red from my personal color palette won't look as good on me as pink and purple does. But if I want to have a red lipstick, these are my options. I hope that this video was helpful. Hopefully next time when you go to a beauty store to choose a lipstick, you will remember about it. Or maybe you can test this advice on the lipsticks that you already own. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video, consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.